and welcome back to Golf Training Hacks. You know, we all want some consistency in our golf swing, and in particular we want to get back to impact consistently. That's what makes for good shot making and lowering our scores. But there's something that has nothing to do with golf that impacts your golf swing's consistency. So I'll get to that in a minute. But first I want to talk about what makes a consistent golf swing and how do you get back to impact with consistency. Well, it starts with spine angles. So let's talk about the spine angles we need to maintain through the golf swing. The first one is at address. You need to hip hinge back so your belt buckle is pointed to the ball and you have a slight tilt in your spine away from the target. But you also need to keep a neutral spine. And as I've said in Golf Training Hacks many times, a neutral spine buffers force best. That's how you're going to lower your risk of spinal injuries. And a neutral spine has some lumbar extension, some T-spine flexion, and some cervical spine extension. Not too much or not too little. So as you hip hinge back, you should have set a neutral spine, and now you tilt slightly away from the target. Now this position is kept into your backswing. So you're rotating around this neutral, stable spine, and you're rotating into your hip. As you come closer to impact, that spine angle moves a little bit further away from the target. So as you come into impact, this ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder come into one line, and this spine angle is tilted away from the target. And then as you move through your follow through, then your shoulders turn and you become more erect. Maybe some people have a little bit more extension in their lower back, depends on your spinal mobility. So those are the spine angles you need to hit. Now, to get to those spine angles, you need to have strong and mobile hips and well-aligned hips. Because after all, your spine sits on your pelvis. So if your pelvis is misaligned, your spinal position is going to be misaligned. And if your hips are weak and stiff, it's tough to rotate. So that combination makes it difficult to hit those spine angles that you need to hit and maintain consistent spine angles throughout the swing. So now let's get back to what I said originally. There's something that has nothing to do with golf that impacts your golf consistency. And what that is a sedentary lifestyle that lacks movement variety. Because a sedentary lifestyle creates misaligned hips, weak hips, and stiff hips. And unfortunately for a lot of recreational golfers who sit a lot, that's exactly what they have. They have weak, stiff hips, and their hips may be misaligned. That means they may have too much forward tilt, or actually one side of the pelvis may actually be tilted more forward than the other side. And actually that's very common. So when that occurs, it's really tough to keep a neutral spine in your golf swing, and it's really tough to keep those spine angles. So we've done a lot of work on hip function in Golf Training Hacks, but we have a video series coming up called Creating a Consistent Backswing, and we're going to work even more on improving your hip function. So we look forward to seeing you in our series Creating a Consistent Backswing, and we'll work on hips and other things as well. So thanks for watching.